Prestige package, S Sport package, design edition. This has everything on it for the 2023 Audi S6. Let's get into it. We gotta be quick. There's a storm a brewing here in South Florida underneath the hood. To justify its $90,000+ price tag, it's a 2.9 liter twin turbo V6. It is a mild hybrid. It has an additional electric supercharger on it. And with all that complexity, 444 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This has all-wheel drive, aka Quattro. It has adaptive suspension. It has air ride suspension. It has 4-wheel steering. So when I drove the S8 a few months back, the S8 had no performance difference really from dynamic mode to standard mode. Starting with dynamic mode. Wow. Oh gosh. It seems to launch almost as hard as the S8. So 0 to 60 there in 4.44 and 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.71. Since it has a shorter wheelbase than the S8, it seems to get a little bit more lift. The front end pops up a little bit. We'll go ahead and put it into the auto mode here. And the roads are a little bit wet. We have a tropical depression going on in Florida right now, so not gonna get the best 0 to 60s, but it does torque brake almost to 3,000 RPM. Gosh. There we go, okay. So virtually identical, 0 to 60 in 4.46 and 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.88. But let's get into the amazing design of the S6. Blacked out front grille with the Audi logo. We got the S6 logo also blacked out. We have the upgraded headlights on this particular trim. And these wheels, they're not exactly my cup of tea, but they do come with the summer tires here with the Pirellis, with the huge red calipers as well. And to match the blacked out front grille, we also have blacked out window surround. We have the fully blacked out glass roof as well. It is a stunning looking sedan, a bit sleeper-esque, but I think it does have a slight edge over its bigger, more expensive brother, the S8, in terms of design. We come down to the back, we have highly polished quad tip exhaust, blacked out Audi logo with the blacked out tiny spoiler. Motorized trunk lid here and about 14 cubic feet of space. The seats do fold down if you need them to. We have a subwoofer inside of the spare tire. The Bang & Olufsen sound system is not the best sounding. The mids are strong, but the highs and lows are a bit lacking in my opinion. In the back, we have sunshades here with the carbon fiber and the red stitching throughout. Getting on the inside here, the seat is set up for me at 6'1", tons of legroom, even with the drive shaft coming to the back. 2 USB-Cs back here, a 12 volt, we have climate control, we have heated outboard seats. We do not have ventilated seats in this car, not even in the front seat. I do appreciate the vents in the center, but don't forget, we also have these amazing vents on the B-pillar. And check out these two-tone red trim seat belts. They're also here in the back as well. Even though this has a fully glass roof, only a portion of it is the sunroof, so it's a pretty small panoramic roof. I would call it an oversized roof, to be honest. Lots of headroom back here as well, and I could be back here for a long time. These seats are super comfortable. Folding down the armrest, we have this piece that kind of has a little release action for the cup holders, and a very shallow, probably just for phones or maybe a small notepad back here. We do have soft closing doors on the front and the back, but these doors are so satisfying to shut. They have a very high quality feel to them. So there's a soft closing on the front door as well, but man, I just enjoy slamming these things shut because they fit and sound so good. Now we do have puddle lamps on all 4 doors. That's an option here for the S logo. Memory seats here on the driver's side with that beautiful carbon fiber here as well. So let's go ahead and get on these amazing seats. S logo here, these do hold you in pretty well. These seats are a part of one of those mini high-end packages on this, and we also have thigh extension here as well. Oh man, it feels great in here. I love the Audi steering wheel. The S logo here, flat bottom with the red stitching. This is pretty high quality stitching overall. Not quite to the wizardry of the Japanese, but I would say pretty satisfactory. Large digital screens everywhere. You do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity here, and this is where you also move through your satellite radio or FM radio, your phone, your music. Down below, this is exclusive climate control. There's no button here. I guess you could probably customize it there, but if you wanted your heated steering wheel, you have to press this button. That's also how you control the rear air conditioning as well. But no ventilated seats, just heated seat option here on this top of the line trim. We do have a 360 camera that's pretty high resolution. It's been very easy to park this large, long sport sedan. The MID has a couple of views you can cycle through. Your radio, your phone, your navigation. You can have that, you know, digital cockpit. We also have the really excellent head-up display in here that made me very, very happy in the S8 I drove not that long ago. It's the same exact head-up display. We have very small plastic paddle shifters. They feel plastic. They don't feel that high quality to me. I wish they would have taken this raw carbon fiber and put it around here so we don't have so much glossy black, but it is what it is. It is convenient coming right from the shifter going to the volume knob. I do appreciate that. And Audi keeps it pretty simple here for your driving modes. You just press drive select here and you can cycle between comfort, auto, and dynamic. This S Sport package also comes with this dinamica knee pad here, but my knee is never in contact with it. It's always in contact with the plastic bits here. Super shallow armrest here with a couple USB-Cs as well as a wireless phone charger. Driving the Audi S6, it is a cream puff, I'll say that. I was not expecting the suspension to be just dreamy and floaty. When I think S, I think performance. And then I should have known better after driving the S8 because that vehicle gives you more comfort than it does just raw, rough performance, even though it is blistering fast with that twin turbo V8. This twin turbo V6, lots of power and torque. You saw the 0 to 60 a little over 4 seconds, mid-4s is what I was getting. It is satisfying. It just doesn't have the same character as that twin turbo V8. It doesn't have that same level of refinement and smoothness. And I feel like I don't have that bottomless well of torque that I have in the S8. And unlike the S8, you actually need to get down in the gears a little bit to take advantage of the torque and the power in this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the four-wheel steering has been amazing and tight spaces. It makes this vehicle feel way smaller. It pretty much shortens the wheelbase drastically. It makes it in small places feel like a compact vehicle while this thing is a long boat. That's a nice Porsche right there. Oof. Now, in terms of ride quality, it is fantastic. Every once in a while when you hit some bumps, you do hear a little bit of creak and rattles, which I'm not that happy about, but luckily the roads are so nice here where I live in Florida that I rarely have to worry about that. It is also super quiet. I know I'm just tooling around at city speeds here, but the only thing I'm hearing is a little bit coming from the road, mainly because I hit some bumps there, and the fans. And the fans aren't loud, that's just white noise in the background. Now this S Sport package also comes with upgraded rear differential. I already mentioned the oversized brakes on here. It also comes with the active exhaust, which you can't really take advantage in standard mode. You got to be in dynamic mode, or you can customize it in individual mode as well. Put in dynamic mode, we'll play with the paddle shifters here a little bit. I'm in first gear. It is quick. I mean, you top out the speed limit here on the streets in just second gear. And I want to hear the pops and the rattles here in a little bit as we get slowed down here. It's like rapid fire initially. Doesn't have the same sort of character or excitement or just happy place as the S8 or the vehicle that I drove recently that would be a direct competitor to this, which would be the CT5 V-Series Blackwing. And that vehicle you can get for about $90,000. The one I tested was around $100,000. You can get it with a 6-speed manual or 10-speed auto. That vehicle was near perfect for me. This takes a different approach. It's definitely more on the luxury comfort side with the addition of performance, where the CT5 Blackwing was performance #1 and luxury and features #2. Now, the priorities are a little bit different with this. They're both enjoyable for different reasons. Honestly, I'd probably rather be in this for longer periods of time than the CT5 Blackwing, but I'm not getting the same sort of happiness and feedback and rewarding nature coming back at me from this. And just like the S8, I forget that I'm in the dynamic mode. When I realize I'm in it, and when I was coming to a stop there, the downshifts are much more aggressive and sporty. And I forget people get out early on Friday, so that's why we have a lot of traffic here. But pedal down, man, it is definitely quick, satisfying. But when there's things like the CT5 Blackwing out there, and maybe get a gently used S8 at this point, S8 just doesn't look as cool, but man, does it feel better in every way once you're inside of it. You could also get this in the S7 if you wanted, you know, the more of that fastback coupe-like nature to these things, or that liftback nature as well. You know, my favorite thing about this vehicle is not the performance. I just like how it looks more than anything. But is that enough to make me want to get this over something like the CT5 Blackwing that pulls at all my heartstrings and then some? Probably not. And it's unfortunate that Lexus doesn't have anything to compete with this. We don't have a high performance ES, for example, and the GS has been gone for many years now. We don't have anything from Acura of this size. It would be competing more with like an A5 or an S5, for example. Genesis, though, with the G80, I feel like can come close to this with the twin turbo V6. And I actually like the G8. I'd probably take the G80 over this as well. Not from a look standpoint, I'd probably give it a draw or slightly in favor of this in terms of just aesthetics and looks over the Genesis G80, and definitely has better performance than the Genesis G8. I just like the overall interior design better than this vehicle. So I'd probably be picking the G80 over this and saving a couple bucks. So, all right, I got to end it there. I could go down, you know, comparing against every single competitor in the market. This seems to be a pretty safe bet, and it's just unfortunate that the previous generation of S6 had that 4-liter twin turbo V8, and I feel like a part of its soul is lacking here. But I'm gonna end it there. If you enjoyed today's quick drive of the S6, smash the like button, subscribe for more Audi stuff. I'd love to have more Audi on the channel. The Q8, the Q7, throw my family in the Q7, that would be a lot of fun. But gotta cut myself off. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Catch you in the next one. Peace.